Oh, oh, oh. What have I hooked? Hello everyone, it's just me and you today. We're out here in what I'd say is gentleman's hours. It's just after 8:30 in the morning, and the reason I've come out here at this time is if you want to have a successful day's fishing, you should always have a plan of what you're going to do, where you're going to be and when you're going to be there. So that's exactly why I'm out here today. So we're about an hour to the start of the run-in tide. So what we've got behind me, got this shallow, rubbly, reefy flat, and the tide's pretty much, it's almost perfect where it's just the first push in and it's enough water up on there for the fish to get up there and start feeding. So that's the first thing that's going to happen today. We're going to get up on top of the flat, hopefully see a tusky, hopefully get one to eat, and then hopefully land one. That's the plan. We're going to have a quick look along this flat, probably an hour or hour and a half or so, and then hopefully by that time the tide's high enough to sneak up into some little creeks. We're going to go chase some jacks up the creeks when we get to that kind of mid-tide stage where the water's actually high enough for me to get into the creeks, and I'm going to fish that through the high, start of the run out, and that'll pretty much be the day, unless it's really mint weather still. We might do some other stuff, but that's the plan. Hopefully we can execute it. Let's get it. I can't even barely put my electric in and I got a horse fly with me. No. It's good enough, mate. Yeah, get on. Alright, so similar to what I do at the dam, if you may or may not have seen those videos, got Esky gonna go up on the front here, and I'm gonna stand on that because I've got such a small boat. I'm very low to the water, so that's going to give me a bit more height and make it a bit easier for me to see some fish on the flat. Alright, so up on my little platform, just about to come up on the edge of this flat. It might even be a touch early, but looks very death-like in here. Oh my god, there's a tusky right there. Oh my god, there's like 3 tuskies. You are absolutely kidding me. Oh my god, I'm freaking out. They're just swimming around. I don't know what they're doing. What? Oh. I don't think they were feeding. It didn't even like look at my crab just then. I don't know. They're just milling around. Maybe I am too early. Okay, how much they stand out? That's only a tiny one. Okay. Interesting. They didn't get off this reefy stuff and onto the more like full rubble, sandy stuff up here. Because Lord knows if I hook one in this, it's just pretty much just donating a crab. Oh, forgot to mention, this is the little crab I'm going to start out with. Like the last video, it was a 50mm crusty crab by Chasebaits. Very realistic looking little crab imitation. Right, so I've seen quite a few on the start of this patch, but it doesn't look like they're feeding. They're just kind of milling around doing circles and stuff like that. So what I'm thinking is they're just chilling. They're not feeding. So what I'm going to do is going to go shallower, and hopefully there's some that I've already pushed up. My only concern is that I'm a tad early, and the fish that are on this reefy stuff would have pushed up shallower if I'd waited, but that's all part of learning, you know. Never got a proper tusky, so gotta learn how to catch them first before you catch them. Well, sometimes. Well, I got one right up in here, nice and shallow. Maybe he's catchable, maybe he's not. We'll see very shortly. I'm just going to kill the electric so we drift into him. He's heading to the right. I'll just cast it way up in front of him. Hopefully he sees that crab. I don't think he's going to see it. Give another cast in quickly. I'm a bit too shy of him. Oh, that's better. Oh, no. Something else ate it. You're kidding. Something else ate it and spooked him. What is this? Oh, something. Oh, it's like a little parrotfish. You bastard. I cast it like 3-4 meters in front because he was kind of milling along. This guy comes and just steals my crab, and the commotion spooks the tusky, of course. Oh, he's eating that. Dinner crab out. Fish released. That was a bit annoying. I think I might have to cast a touch closer. We've got like 1.5 meters black tip. Hey, see you, mate. My electric motor was just hitting the bottom. That's how kind of shallow we are, and you got 1.5 meters black tip. It's pretty cool. Okay, so pretty much drifted that entire flat. Took me like a good 1.5 hours, and didn't really see too much after the start until near the end. And the wind really picked up and it was impossible to see anything. I spooked a couple of fish that I didn't even see till they spooked, so we're going to leave that for now. We're pretty much just about smack bang on mid-tide, so it's just enough water for me to get up these creeks, and we're going to try and chase some jacks. So we've got the next, you know, 4 or 5 hours around the top of the tide to fish these little creeks, and yeah, we're going to start off throwing some top water, and then maybe later on we might be able to chase a tusky if it's not too windy. It's probably blowing 10 to 15s now, so we might be able to fish a flat that's a little bit more protected a bit later on. But for now, jacks up the creeks. Like I said, we're going to throw top water to start off. Got the drunken mullet on, and we're pretty much away, you know. Under the tree. So many moways. Oh, big jack. I saw him coming in hot. Hey mate. Oh, he's not very well hooked. He's not that big either. I said big jack, but fuck off. No, we good. There we go. There's one on the board, nice and quick. What I like to see. There we go. Oh, little man. Oh, he's very snappy boy. Very cranky. Alright, we'll get back to it. Like, he would have come 1.5 meters for that lure. Covered quite a distance, so I casted back of this little tree here. Oh. Stupid wind. So typically, for the most part, the retrieve I'm using is just a dead, steady straight line. And just keep your rod tip up a little bit to keep that line out of the water. Get the lure working right, and just nice and steady, just like that. Get that tail spinning, get the body wobbling. Easy peasy. Oh! Oh! Damn it! That was a cod anyway. scared the life out of me, I didn't see him. Oh my god, that scared the hell out of me. Eat it, you weirdo. I think that was a little finger mark. I didn't think that was a jack. Damn. I see one, at least 2 jacks in that tree. Oh no, there's like 5. I don't know how I'm going to get to them though. They've all got their head in the current. There's like 3 or 4 jacks in a brim. No, the fish are still in this tree. They're way back through there. I'm just going to try and get to a zone where I can cast and kind of bring them out, but they're in the most horrible spot. If I can get in that little pocket there, I might be able to bring them out. Oh no, they're on it. They're on it and I was around the tree. Rip. Oh, he's a big one. Oh, he's looking. Oh, he's still there. Oh, no. No. That was him. He came and looked at it. Alright, so not much action on the top water. Because it's a bit windy and a little bit wavy at the mouth of these creeks, as you might be able to see, I reckon I'm missing out on fish that are sitting at the mouths here. So what I'm going to do, just going to tie on paddle bait, chuck on the plastic so I can sink it down a little bit, because I think they're being a bit funny and sitting down a bit deeper for the most part. So I'm going to get down to them. Oh, oh, that's a barra. The little barra. How you doing, matey? See him coming out. I was like, what is that thing? And then boop. Yeah. Can you not do this, mate? And in the boat. Little man. Stole my plastic, but it's alright. We'll forgive him. Now this close season, and I'm obviously not targeting them. Oh, please. Has he dusted up my leader? A little bit, that's annoying. Oh, yep, there goes my leader. I'm only using 30-pound leader, so. Get this hook out of him, if he behaves. Go, hooks out. Little man, probably in like the 50s or something. Get out of here. Probably 5 minutes into throwing a plastic. Catch a fish after 2 hours of throwing top water. I'm going to re-rig, put a new plastic on, and away we go. Okay, so it's been a very interesting day so far. The creeks just went super quiet after I caught that last fish, and we're approaching the top of the tide. So what happens often, depending on the height of the tide itself, is that top of the tide, a lot of fish push right up deep into the mangroves, and they get to parts where you can't even cast at or anything. So depending on where you are, sometimes a mangrove, the water goes back in the mangroves like 50 meters plus. So instead of just peppering away when I know it's going to be super tough in those creeks. What I'm going to do is I'm coming out the front, I'm going to do something different until we get that tide to really start running out, so we can maximize our time in the creeks instead of just fishing it when the fish are up super shallow and we can't get to them. So what we're going to do is we've got this bit of a rocky shoreline you'll see in a second, and yeah, I'm just going to be casting around these rocks and bommies that go along this coastline and see if we can catch some trouties, just to pass the time until that run out tide starts and we can get back into chasing jacks. All right. All right, let's get into it. You guys probably can't see it all, but this whole stretch of water kind of along this edge, heaps of rocks and bommies down on the bottom. I know because I've fished here before, and also I can see them on the sounder there. That I'm kind of just going to fish around this area, just kill a bit of time until, yeah, like I said, that run out tide starts, and I'm making the most of my time in the creek chasing jacks, not just wasting my time. Oh, there we go, there's a fish. Feels like a little trout. And it's a hexie. Yep, should have known. Wouldn't be bollies fishing without hexies, hey? Whew. Oh! What's that? Tarpon. Weirdo. Oh, 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 what have I hooked? I was looking at, oh, I've hooked something big. Oh. What is this? Oh, it's just a good trout. Oh my God. I was like, just looking at bommies around. And we're in. Oh, these bloody cracking trouts, mate. I was looking at bommies around out here. Where can I cast next? I don't even know if I was moving my lure. There we go. Nice bloody trout, eh? There we go. One of the bloody crankiest fish going, especially this one. But he's super lucky. He's actually going back. Got plenty of fish at home. Don't really need to keep any more. Yeah, such pretty fish. Such cranky fish. Look at even the red flake on the tail. And he's just released himself. Check him down there. There he goes. He flopped out of my hands and then jumped out of the boat. But that's alright. Well, I was going to release him anyway. I thought he was going to do bad things to me for a second, but we luckily didn't get too far in trouble. Snake. Oh! What is this? Cod? Yep. Hexie. Hexie! See ya. Go. Bye. Full 100% snagged. Gave it the old bow and arrow. Pinged it off. Hexie straight in there. Big attacks. Alrighty, so the trouting not going too well either. It's a bit of a funny day today. I think we'll get back to the jacking. Back to jacking off. What I might do, get this up, and we're going to start making our way back. Hopefully we can fish this flat on the way home if it's not too windy, and then that'll be us. Alrighty, just got back to the boat ramp. Yeah, I did have a look at one little flat on the way back, but the tide was just too high and the water was a bit too milky from it being big tides because we're not far out from the moon. So I couldn't see a thing, so just canned it really. It was cool to do a little bit of everything. That's what's so great about this place that I live in, that you have the option to be able to switch from fishing style to fishing style and still be able to catch fish on the same day. To go from flats to the creeks to doing trout around reef bommies and stuff like that. It's really cool. So yeah, fun little day in the end to get a barra, jack, trout, and have a go at a couple of tuskies all in one day. It was pretty sick. But yeah, we got the next 2 days of some pretty nice weather, so hopefully be able to get out and do some cool stuff over the next couple of days. So look out for the next couple of videos. Until then, I'll see you next time. Peace.